yeah, so long story short, don't drink and create characters.
Or always drink and create characters. I think creating usernames is like the hardest thing you'll ever do.
The hardest thing you'll ever do.
Two things in life that you never want to do, and that's create a brand new character name that you've never come up with before and outlive your own child.
I was about to say raising a kid would probably be harder than choosing, a username. Wait, if I can barely choose a username, how am I going to choose a name for a kid? Like, do I just use my username for the kid's name? Like,
I don't know. We often talk about kids' names just for fun, but the problem is that I always run into like, oh, I want to... What do you think about this name? And it's always just like, oh, I can't name a child or dog that because I knew somebody like that in elementary school and they were a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, exactly. There's a couple of people there are a couple of names that are like that for me. And I'm thinking, I wouldn't be able to do that. I just see his face and I just want to punch him.
Yeah, you'd see your own child's face and you'd be like, oh, Jeffrey. I did not mean to use the name of somebody that we're friends with.
But you did.
No, I didn't actually know. I was trying to think of just a really general name. Okay, I knew a guy in elementary school named Jared who used to pick his nose and eat it, and then not only would he just do that openly, but then he would come to me and say, "Do it, it's good," and I'm like, "No," and he's like, "Try it," and I'm like, "Stop it," and you have to, and he would like legitimately like try to push people to like try picking their nose and eating it because it's good, and it's like. Anyway. Yeah, fucking Jared. I've only known two pieces of shit named Jared in my life, Alex. One of them picked his nose and ate it and then preached about it, and the other one ate $5 footlongs and fucked kids, okay?
Okay. What? We're not... Oh, never mind. I understand the Jared now. It took me way too long to realize who you were talking about. That's terribly sad.
Two Jareds.
Two Jareds. I've only met two... I've met two Jareds too, actually.
I've never met Jared Fogle, for the record.
Okay, sorry, yeah, I've never met Jared Fogle, but there's one other Jared that I met. He slept with this girl that was engaged while there was another guy in the same bed. Just a strange situation. Like, he was a nice guy and everything, just really...
I know a guy with a really, really distinctive name, and I'm not going to say what it is because he's probably the only person in the whole city with this name. But I heard that he dropped acid and touched a cat inappropriately. Life is weird.
Life is weird. I mean, I told Mike about a story. There was this girl that in college...
There's a story of a girl.
Story of the girl that... She took me home one night from the bar when I was in college, and
what?
Yeah, she took me home with her, and she called out another guy's name. For the sake of this, we're gonna say that this guy's name was Jared. So I left that situation. I'm like, all right, my name's not Jared. I'm gonna leave now. So
man, fuck Jared. If anybody out there is listening named Jared, fuck you, man.
That's nice.
What percentage of people in the world are named Jared? I'm gonna alienate them right now. Hashtag alienate Jared. I'm putting it on Twitter.
Put it on Twitter. Start the hashtag. So I found out later on who Jared was because Jared moved in with me just across the hall. And so one night, me and Mike are downtown, and I saw Jared. I recognized him. So I don't know what we were talking about. But I turned to this guy and I said, except for this guy, fuck him. He's like, hey, what do you mean fuck me? I'm like, oh, well, you're the guy that this girl, called out. She called out your name. And I dropped her name. And he's like, oh, that didn't happen. And then he, ran off.
Dude, this is sick.
What are you doing?
Look at this. I'm going to put it in chat. There are 114,907 people in the U.S. with the first name Jared. Hashtag fuck Jared. Hashtag alienate Jared.
I mean, I don't really have any problem with anyone named Jared. I'm kidding.
You don't have a problem with anybody named Jared. Say that again.
I don't,
say it again.
I don't have a problem with anyone named Jared. Well, okay, I guess I do have a problem with that one guy who likes, $5 footlongs and diddles kids. He's kind of a dick.
You make me sick, man.